Y'all already know when y'all see me, I'm about to make y'all think. I'm about to break down Wikipedia's definition of the fallen angels from my perspective, so you can understand how they tell y'all the truth, but change your perspective. Through all the brainwashing, even if you don't know you are. The fallen angels are angels expelled from heaven. Notice how the way they describe two different angels. One was cast out, and the other one sinned. And these particular angels tempted humans to sin. As y'all can see, the fallen angels are the sons of God. As I said before, the Elohim and man are the sons of God, but man is the image of God. The Elohim sinned by having a war with God in heaven, along with tempting other entities on helping with that war. Man was cast down because we fell in frequency during the war. In this dimension, this means we died in the war in heaven. This is why they created the straw man and corporations, because they are considered dead entities. We are in the middle ground, below heaven, but above the underworld. This is how we're able to make negative or positive choices, which is a frequency you decide to choose over your lifetime. Under the law of free will in this area, that shouldn't even exist, because our God didn't make it. When y'all hear me continuously mention that we fell in frequency during this war, this is what they mean. We are fallen. We are the fallen angels. We are the first temple, which is the vessels we was put in when we were sent down here. Meaning we still have the DNA, which is memory sticks of all of existence. This is why they experimented on us. The second temple is creations from the fallen angels, such as the giants you hear about. Notice how the way they say human women and fallen angels as if they are two different entities. It's because we are. Obviously, no, men and women are completely different physically, but we are also mentally. And this is by design, because we are also Nephilim, which is a wide range of bodies they created. This is how you're able to choose your frequency. Once again, under the law of free will. But the thing here is, woman has a larger lizard and mammal brain compared to a human brain. This is why women are more emotional and men are more logical. The thing about this is, you can work on making your brain stronger on either side. This is why they work so hard on keeping the father out of the picture. Because it removes logic, which is God's voice that leads to peace and order to all, no matter how he's feeling. So without that, somebody's controlling their emotions. And this modern day is TV, social media, and we know who controls that. This is why things are so negative, because they created these bodies and they're steering our frequencies. Alright, back to this. Alright, so you see the destroyed bodies, the souls that survive, it still roams earth as demons. And as I told y'all before, demons are parasites. It's their punishment to get demoted back to 2D. So things that only have a soul always have to exist physically, while we have a spirit, so we don't have to exist physically. Now I want y'all to notice how the way they say the sins of the fallen angels occurred before human history. Yeah, gotta make a part 2. Alright, so here's part 2. They say the sins of the fallen angels occurred before human history. What they mean by this is the war in heaven. This is what started the fallen frequency, which allowed the RTs, particularly Lilith, to shapeshift into a form of man, tricking them into mating, creating the humans. These bodies we are in is of man, Palladians, RTs, and the L. This is how they're able to blend in, besides man, which is God's image, which is melanin. And of course, we've been modified throughout the years through pharmakia and witch doctors, capping our genetics. Also note at the very bottom, it says the fallen angels, which is the Elohim they're talking about, joined Lucifer and the demons, which are parasites, in the rebellion against God. I'ma say this again. Lucifer is Jesus, the god of Mercury, the highest frequency planet ship that took over Earth. His frequency is right below heaven. This is why they say you have to get through him to get to heaven. Meaning your frequency level has to be high enough to not be touched, because your world field will be too strong for lower vibrational entities to even harm you, because you are a god. This is why if you can't pass the gates of heaven, you become Lucifer's race, because he overstands all the other planets that took over Earth. So they give us 2 verses out of the Quran that they say could possibly reference the fallen angels. And if y'all didn't know, Quran actually means Quran. As I told y'all before, An is the source of all negative energy. Set is the one who started the war against mankind, and that is Solomon. Set An is a coven. So back to the verses. Notice once again, they consider all living creatures and angels completely different. And this other verse they wanted to give us, out of all numbers, it's almost as if you're one of the people that truly know what this means, it was a message directly towards you, believers of who you are, and guard yourself, who fuel is human beings. Just think about things you may have heard of certain things eating other things. Missing people. Y'all already know what I'm talking about. So I gotta end off with this. We should all know why they call us the beast. We should all know this is why racism exists. It's because we belong in heaven, not where we currently are. We're in a space made by them, but fueled by us. Because we are the light. Why do you think they call certain entities light bearers? Because they're holding us hostage. Like I said plenty of times before, we are prisoners of war. So yeah, like I always say, they're just trying to get rid of God's image, which is 666, our genetics. But of course they call it climate change, zero carbon emissions. When we are carbon, 0 point energy. When we are the energy fueling this whole system. They saying it clear as day. But anyways, y'all know how I keep it. Be gods. Peace.